What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today we got some information in regards to the Super Saiyan God transformation in Dragon Ball Super. Well, technically I should say Battle of Gods, but we saw the transformation one time in the manga, that is. Obviously, after Resurrection F in that era, Goku and Vegeta have stuck to using the blue transformation, but the red hair transformation did appear one time, and to kind of like explain that, it was during the fight against Hit. Instead of going all out and busting out the Kaioken Blue, in the manga version of Dragon Ball Super, Goku actually went from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan God with the red hair, and then finishing off the fight with Super Saiyan Blue. It kind of cycled throughout the transformations. Well, Toyotaro, as you can see, he's kind of a fan of the transformation because he brought it back in this current arc, or I guess in the past arc, in the Zamasu Goku Black arc. And not only with Goku, he actually finally introduced it with Vegeta as well. Now, before I continue the video, I do want to point out once again that red is weaker than blue. There's a lot of evidence that was stated in both the manga and the anime, and they even straight out say in this recent chapter that has not been released yet, I don't think it's come out yet, it's in the process of coming out, they've stated that Super Saiyan God is weaker than blue. No more debates there, folks. It's been stated all around. Now, the question that obviously popped up is why are Vegeta and Goku using red instead of blue? Like, why are they just going all out and fighting Zamasu and Goku Black in the blue form? Why are they holding back? And to answer that question, well, Toyotaro kind of went to explain what Super Saiyan God red hair actually is. Now, I don't know if they specify whether or not Vegeta did the actual ritual or if he just got this through his training with Whis. But basically, if you guys remember in the manga version of Dragon Ball Super in the Universe 6 arc, when Vegeta fought against Hit, the second time he transformed against him, he was so weakened that was ultimately why he lost the fight. In other words, when he showed up in front of Kabe, he used up all his power transforming into blue because he hasn't fully mastered it yet. Now, the one thing that was bugging me about the anime is when they introduced the blue hair transformation in Resurrection F, it's like, oh, they already mastered this. Like, just like a couple months ago, Goku was barely maintaining it against, Beerus, and here they are with the blue transformation, got it fully mastered. So what happened? Well, the anime doesn't really do a good job explaining it, but this is why I like the Toyotaro spin on it a little bit better. Basically, the red hair transformation is more stable and easier to use, whereas the blue one is kind of like the more powerful version, the master version. Like that's the one you want to kind of strive to achieve, which obviously is a lot tougher to use. Now, to kind of break down what happens in the arc, and again, this is not really a spoiler because this arc is done. The difference between the manga and the Super anime is the fact that they had the same outcome, it's just they do it differently to kind of keep it fresh, I guess. And in this situation, just like in the Universe 6 tournament, it was the same outcome where basically Goku lost at the end, but it was done differently. In the anime, obviously, they had Kaioken Blue, which I kind of like better. And then in the manga, of course, they had Goku go from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan God to Super Saiyan Blue. So take it with a grain of salt. I don't really consider this really a spoiler, but I'm going to keep talking about this. With that said, what they're doing in the manga version right now is they're having Vegeta go between red and blue to conserve power because he hasn't fully mastered it. Even as Herm states right here, which always, by the way, shout out to Herm for our translations, Herm states at the tournament they could only go Super Saiyan Blue once, but Vegeta trained and now can go Super Saiyan many times without losing power. But even now, Vegeta can't maintain Super Saiyan Blue for long, so he has to use Super Saiyan God in between the attacks because it's a lot easier to use stamina-wise and it's better than using Super Saiyan. So basically what Vegeta does in his fight against Black in his fight is he's in a red form, but every time he strikes he goes blue temporarily so he can kind of get that extra boost. So in other words, it's kind of like Kaioken. It's like, you stay in your base form, which in this situation is the red transformation, and then when you strike you go blue for a quick second to kind of conserve stamina as long as possible. So it's funny because now we have like a different look at the Super Saiyan Blue transformation compared to the anime, because in the anime, let's be real, they look like they have it mastered. Goku and Vegeta look like they're the masters of Super Saiyan Blue, whereas in the manga, it makes more sense. It's like, okay, they're not quite mastered yet, and they have to learn, and they have a long way to go, too. And I like that a lot more, if you ask me. Personally, I've never been a big fan of the fact how they introduced Blue in the anime. And again, this makes sense because when they did Battle of Gods, when they did Resurrection F, I don't think Toriyama and Toei had plans to bring back Dragon Ball. And they came back, and now they have to like realize, okay, well now we have to make it more sense. So I gotta say a big shout out to Toyotaro. I love how they're doing this. And I would not mind if they started showing this off in the anime as well, because number one, I've always wanted to see the red hair transformation of Vegeta, and two, I just never liked the fact that they had it mastered so easily. Now I do want to point out that there is a difference between ki and stamina, because obviously in the anime, Goku says that this requires perfect ki control, but again, ki and stamina are not the same thing, and the only reason I'm bringing that up is because a lot of people are confusing both, and they're like, well, what about the anime? The anime said they have perfect control over it, but not in the manga they don't. No. They have perfect control of ki in the anime. In the manga, it's stamina that takes a lot of power. And like, again, no matter how strong and powerful you become, you're going to run out of stamina eventually. So I like how they do this. It makes a lot more sense. I mean, even in this manga panel right here, it says after using the Mafuba, Goku's low in stamina, and so he wouldn't be able to maintain Super Saiyan Blue, so he goes red instead, which again, it is weaker, but it's a lot easier to use. Now, the question is how is that series going to end right now? Because In the manga, I believe they mentioned all the humans on Earth are dead at this point, so I don't see how they're going to do the Spirit Bomb sword that Trunks basically did. But then again, the ending is kind of the same as the anime, so I'm sure we'll have something similar to that. But the real question is how are they going to get to the point where Merge Zamasu gets defeated? Because if you guys remember, in the anime, we had Goku do that giant Ki Blast struggle, which hurt him pretty badly. Then it fused, and then Vegeta Blue did a number, and then of course Trunks finished it off in the end. And Toyotarou already promised he was going to have a much different ending than the anime, but at the same time, from the looks of it, both Vegeta and Goku are low in stamina, and they're pretty much losing a fight to this immortal psychopath. So what's going to happen? That's what I want to know what's going to happen next. Obviously, we don't have the answer yet, and we have to wait the next couple of weeks. I'm going to assume that this will probably wrap up next month. But for now, like, I just kind of want to explain the fact that Red, once again, is weaker than Blue, and 2, how Red actually works and why they're introducing it to Vegeta's story in the manga, which, like I said, I'm a big fan of. So with that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you guys think about the whole Red versus Blue thing? Was it right to introduce it to Vegeta? Do you like the anime version better, where Blue is mastered more for both Goku and Vegeta? Or like the manga version, where it shows that they still have a lot of work to do, which, like I said, in my opinion, is a lot better because it shows that Goku and Vegeta still have a long way to go before they master their powers. Where again, in the anime, it's like, oh, well, they already got like the luxury and they kind of got it mastered, and then Goku's learned the Kaioken Blue. But again, the manga, it's like, okay, they still have to master this, and I like this a lot better than what they did in the anime. But again, that's my opinion. So let me know your own thoughts in the comment section below, how you guys feel about basically the storytelling between the manga and the anime for these forms. With that said, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like right below and a comment. Any thoughts and speculations you have on your own, anything else you might have noticed that I didn't already discuss, feel free to drop down below, and we'll just take it from there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day/night. My name is Rhymestyle, and I will see all you awesome Super Saiyan witches in the comment section below. Peace.